Hello everybody, I am the Grey Sage, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Mass Effect Let's Play series. So, previous episode we went to Pharos, and we took... Pharos. And we decided to see what was going on, and find out that Saren had contacted the Thorian, which was an ancient plant life form. And we took it on, we defeated it, found out more about what was going on. And we have officially started a romance with Ashley. So today's episode, this week's episode, is just going to be strictly for. I think we're going to do just a little bit of miscellaneous assignments, just to kind of get some of these cleared. If we have enough time, we'll go ahead and start the Geth interest to go to Novaria. But we'll see where we go from here. But the first things first, so we're going to go ahead and head to the Voyager cluster, to the Amazon system, to find the shipment of what's been missing. So let's go ahead and head on now, shall we?
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Of course we do.
I'll take it in the comm room.
Okay. So much for that. What's that the reason? Alright.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'm listening.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
Mm-hmm.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
Alright.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important.
Okay.
Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Okay. Well, Vermeer is a major part of what's going to happen in the game. So Vermeer is just going to have to wait for a little while. Now, anyway, back to what I was hopefully wanting to do. We're going to go ahead and get out of Pharos. Yep. Voyager cluster. Yep, Amazon. Amazon, that's funny.
Commander, incoming signal from 5th Fleet HQ on the Citadel.
Alright, I'm listening.
Commander Shepard, something uncomfortable has just come up. In the First Contact War, we fired a lot of espionage probes into Turian space. We just received a mission complete burst from one of them.
It's a bit of a delay.
Where's it been in the meantime?
No idea. Lost in transit. These probes were built in a hurry after First Contact.
Okay.
What makes this uncomfortable?
When these probes were launched, we didn't have any idea who we were fighting. We didn't want to risk aliens examining our technology. The probe has a demo nuke built in. A 20-kiloton tactical fusion warhead. About equal to the bomb dropped on Hiroshima back in the 20th. If somebody finds that probe, tampers with it, you don't need me to finish, Commander.
No.
I understand this must be handled, but I don't have anyone trained to deal with this sort of thing, sir.
Right?
I know. I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. These probes have been classified for 26 years. The Council will call fusion bomb booby traps dangerous and irresponsible. The Alliance would face censure if they find this probe. I'm asking you because the Normandy can get on site quickly and quietly. It's in the Voyager cluster.
It's in the Voyager cluster. That's the opposite side of the Alliance from Turian space. How did it get there?
I don't know. It's possible someone recovered it safely and brought it there.
I don't know about
It's
that.
also possible it got very badly lost. It could have been wandering the relay network since the war.
Could have been, yeah.
We'll get on it immediately.
I appreciate Fifth Fleet out.
Well then. It's always a worry now, isn't it? Well, maybe this is where we gotta go. I guess we'll find out now, won't we? Take Garrus and Dolly. Or should I take Ash and yeah, I'll take Ash and Dolly. I always want the tech with me just because of the ability to do all the encryption unlocks. Makes it easier. Alright, let's see where we're at here. What do we got? Lion Tillman Beacon, debris, anomaly. Okay, well. Yeah, well. That is directly behind us. Look at that giant red. I think that's a red giant. I think that would be considered as a red giant. Of course, we saw if we had saw something like that huge, Earth would be dead. Earth and everybody on it would be very dead. I live in Arizona. It's hot enough as it is here. I don't want to be here any more than than you guys do. Not fun. But born and raised here. Dealt with the heat, managed the heat all my life. The only problem is that I know that when I do go to leave, it's gonna be my body's gonna have like an initial shock because it won't have to deal with the heat.
Mine shaft. That's the source of the signal.
A trap. It has to be.
Yeah, this thing didn't crash. Somebody moved it here.
They may not know what they have. Let's find it before they set it off.
All right, Shepard.
I'm not gonna let you get killed, Tali, okay? Don't worry. But like that's the other thing that I worry about too, is that like my body would go into shock because of the weather change. Like actually being cold for winter, with snow, actually, having to deal with pollen, with pollinization, with spring, having to deal with a decent, having to deal with a decent summer, stuff like that. Or having to actually, being able to see fall, actually, the fall color changes. I think that'd be really cool. Oh. Is that it?
What the hell?
That was a little loud
Shepard.
news. I apologize, guys.
At last.
I apologize for that, guys. It shook me a little bit. I was like, whoa.
You have me at a disadvantage.
Right.
My name is Ilanos Halliot. I doubt you know it. Who do you think runs the Terminus clan, Shepard, huh? Thousands of pirates, slavers, criminals of every stripe?
I'm assuming no, because you're trying to claim that you run them all.
In most criminal organizations, it's the one who's recognized as the most successful.
Right?
That's correct. The one who kills the most men, seizes the most ships, pillages the most colonies. 3 years ago, I was the strongest. I used my influence to assemble a fleet. We would drive your kind out of the Verge.
You're the one behind the attack on Elysium.
I was the motivator, the instigator, the one who promised glory and riches for sacking the largest human colony in the cluster. The one blamed when it failed. Failed! I was ruined when your kind held against the Blitz. What better way to recover my reputation than by eliminating the first human Spectre?
Oop, wrong button.
Doesn't have to be like this, Halliot.
Empty words from a dead man. Goodbye, Shepard.
What do we do now, Shepard?
No one panic.
We've got air and light, and the Normandy's still in orbit. Let's look for another way out.
There's no time to get out. You have to disable the bomb before it goes off. Okay. Well, that can be done. Override hardpoint using 100 Omni Gel. I mean, I got a bunch of it. Like, I'm okay with that because I can rebuild that. I'll be able to rebuild that before we even leave the game. Alright, so everything went boom. Thinking that you'd be able to kill me. So now, oh, yeah, so now we can't go back that way. Now we gotta go this way. Alright, I see your game. I see your game. See? Already gaining the back. Excuse me. Oh. Is that my rover? It is my rover. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're not dead. You're dead. Oh, Dre, pity it. Yeah, that does for him at least. Now that you're above ground, your suit radio reestablishes connection with Normandy. Time to get the hell out of here. Yep. Alright. Time to Skyrim my way down.
Negative contacts, Commander.
Well, that was fun. So what'd you learn?
All clear, Commander.
Alright. Oh, that's actually right next to so the anomaly is just right here. Turian thing. Okay. And then there's debris back here. It's just me. The one thing that I can definitely tell you guys is that this game is definitely can become time consuming when you do all the extra side missions and assignments. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, it's worth it because you do kind of find out a little bit more like stories and stuff like that of like what's happened and what, you know, what's going on. But like at the same time, it gets a little monotonous after a while. Just yeah, see, Vermont race against time. Okay, we finished that one. Now we gotta go to the Hawking Ida cluster and to the Sentry system. There's a commune that we gotta deal with. Let's go find out what it is. Was that it though? I think that was it. I mean, we could survey, you know, things where we can get extra stuff. That is the other thing too, is having to, you know, having to survey all the planets. That does get time consuming. See, I know we gotta go there. Yep, Sentry. And what's cool is that, like, this is all based off of our galaxy. So I believe this is all mostly based off of the Milky Way galaxy.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise. The Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them.
No.
That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
Well, I mean...
You said his
Yes.
followers?
Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched on to... Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them.
No.
Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
True.
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt.
I
His psych
mean, yeah,
evaluations
that
showed he
does
couldn't
happen,
handle the stress
so...
of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
I might be able to end this without violence.
That may not be possible, Commander. We don't want a bloodbath, but Kyle is dangerous.
You just leave that to me. Leave that to me. Snoop. Glendigan. Glendigan. Like, you know what's crazy is that, like, to me, it makes me wonder, like, how long did it take them to come up with names and, like, how things were going to go. I know they had to do a lot of, like, like space research in order to, like, feel like, how can we come up with names of this, you know, so on and so forth. At least that's what I think, because, like, no one comes up with these names so, in my opinion, so easily. Then again, of course, I could be wrong. As a writer myself, it takes a little bit for me to, like, come up with names of things. Debris, the biotic compound. Okay, so we'll go there first. You know, come up with a name for my character and stuff like that. Unless it's like writing wise, yes, it's a whole different story. But if I'm, like, just creating a character for, say, D&D, or Baldur's Gate, that's the game I was trying to think of earlier. If I'm just coming up with a name for, like, Baldur's Gate, or like a D&D character, though, those are throwaway names. Aldrich, one of my characters is called Aldrich Stormbringer, just because it sounds cool, and because he's a mage. So there's that one. There's there's just, that's just what I normally do when it comes to, like, character names like that, and coming up with the backstory and everything. The only crazy thing is that, like, I wonder how they did enough research to be able to label all these potential planets and galaxies that are within our solar system. not solar system. Sorry, all these places within our Milky Way galaxy. And I just fucked that up. Yep. Yep, I screwed that up because I went down the wrong fucking way. There we go. And so, like, I know I think there's like an actual like hotline that I remember reading about where you can ask them like you can call and find out these ideas for like names of like potential galaxies and planet names and stuff like that. Come up with race names and such. I don't think I would ever go that far, only if like my books got turned into hit houses, and that's just because of how interactive they are and how they're very in between science fiction. You know, it's like a sci-fi action adventure thriller, basically, is what I would classify it as, with a little bit of romance. You gotta have romance in it. You got it, you gotta have romance. You gotta be able. Of course, my other favorite time, if I'm not writing games, is of course, or if not writing books, is of course,
is a private sanctuary.
writing video games, like small video games.
I need to talk to the man in charge.
I'm still trying
it's
to.
Important.
Father Kyle wants nothing more to do with the Alliance.
I want this to end peacefully. If he doesn't see me, people could get hurt.
We won't let you take Father Kyle away. He protects us. We need him.
No.
The Alliance wants someone to pay for those murders. Let me speak to Major Kyle, and maybe I can find some way to help you all get out of this alive.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Father Kyle will speak with you. Head to the building at the far end of the compound. He'll meet you there.
Moving out.
Moving out. Thank you, Ash. Thank you for the heads up. Biotic cultist.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
No, I get that, like, maybe that would like to happen, but sometimes the Alliance isn't all that bad. Not always, but sometimes. What's in here? Thank you.
Biotics can feel safe here.
Yeah, so Alenko should feel fine here. All right, buddy.
I am Major Kyle. I know why you've come. We have no quarrel with you. Why can't you just leave us alone?
Well,
What happened to those other Alliance officers? The ones who came before me?
They wanted to take me away from here. They wanted me to abandon this place, turn my back on my family. They spoke blasphemy. I did what I could to make their end quick and painless. I had no other choice. It was necessary to protect my children.
really?
Only I can keep them safe.
The Alliance sent me to bring you in, Major. Can't you see this has gotten out of hand? Don't you understand you're endangering your followers?
I respect that you have come under a banner of peace, but I cannot do as you ask. If you take away their father, my children will be helpless.
Well, you can hear him. You can hear him start to crack.
You ordered your followers to kill those Alliance investigators. You must face the consequences of your actions. Do you really want your children to suffer for your sins too?
Mm-hmm.
No, this was my fault. My children are innocent, pure. Please, I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I get that.
You're doing the right thing, Major. Your children will be better off for it. Come on.
Wait, if my children see you taking me away, they won't understand. They will attack and you will be forced to kill them all. You have shown me the error of my ways, Commander. Now you must give me time to explain it to them. It is the only way they will understand. Please, give me 1 hour. After that, I will meet the Alliance authorities at the gates of my compound and surrender without violence. I give you my word.
You do it, that's it.
I'm going to trust you. If you betray that trust, you and all your children will suffer.
Yep.
I will not betray you, Commander. Thank you for this.
Joker can have the 5th Fleet pick Major Kyle up. I just hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
I know what I'm doing.
Those other men from the Alliance tried to kill Father Kyle.
The Alliance sent assassins to kill Father Kyle, but we stopped.
The Alliance wants to wipe us out. Father Kyle told us.
Kids are very persistent about the whole he wants to wipe us out idea now aren't ya? Alright. Everybody get in the Mako, let's go. Alright. Now that that's done. Turn to the Normandy. Don't need to worry about those. Okay. Maroon Sea Cluster Vostok system.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs. To be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
That's the most I'm gonna get. No raise or anything, just good job. I still wonder if maybe like something like that is out there. We're just not able to find it, or we're not able to, or it turns us away whenever we get close. Which
looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander.
Which makes sense.
No message, just a locator signal.
And that would just be because maybe we're not ready to know what it is. I mean, I've always said before, like I do agree with the fact that I think something else is out there. We just don't know what. And that, not knowing, I think is what makes us a very hostile, a very hostile, I guess is a very hostile race of beings, and we don't know, and it's because we don't know what it is. Like, we don't know what's happening. Like we have no idea what's awaiting us, what could await us. Is it friendly? Is it not friendly? And not knowing is what really makes us much more dangerous. It's because without knowing, we have to be very protective. And like I said, I'm not knocking it, like I get it. But there are some points where I feel like I don't think we would ever be ready to deal with the fact that there might be other life out there. And we're not ready to know that. Like we are potentially not ready to know that, and that's just because like we don't know how to comprehend the fact that we are not alone in this universe. And that's just because we have spent all our lives being told that it's a possibility.
Ready.
It's something that is strictly for make-believe. It's something that's strictly for fantasy, stuff like that. Like, we've been told all our lives that this is just that this is just make-believe. And of course, there are others out there that do believe that we are not alone in this world, or alone in this universe. Because this universe is not only ever expanding, but also it is an infinite. It is an infinite amount of space. So there could literally be anything here. Ooh, there. That's gonna suck. Do I think we deserve to know what it is? No. Not in this lifetime, not in the next few lifetimes. And that's just because of the fact that human beings are not capable of being able to have a moral understanding of the fact that we are not alone in this universe. That there are other life forms out there. Because once we understand that there's another life form out there, our first instinct is to defend ourselves. Our second instinct is to conquer it and, you know, turn it into whatever it is that we need it to be. You know, we don't know how to tackle the fact that like, we're not the only ones out there, and, you know, are we safe? I understand the safe part, I get that, but at the same time, what you need to understand is that there are certain things that we simply just cannot control. And we should not constantly attempt to try and control those things. The more we try to control, the less control we actually have. That is the fact. That is a true fact right there, is that the more that we try to control in this world, in this entire place, the less that we actually can control.
Take him out.
Just one tapping people.
Rescuers? See? My name is Dr. Ross. We've been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water.
I believe
I need to know what's going on.
How do you know about the Thorian?
I know what ExoGeni was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants. Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
Well, that's what you get.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help?
This is a closed communications base. ExoGeni was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or report. We have no direct communication with the outside. They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of
I've
their
heard all I
own.
need
Look,
to.
I know what we did here was wrong. I'll admit that.
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff...
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Normally Exogeny would have my back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos.
Yeah.
But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund I set up. It's yours.
The victims here deserve justice. I have to...
That's not going to happen. Open fire. Open fire!
Right. No reason to linger. Like, you had to just go and pull the trigger, eh?
Area secured.
Like, what was the point in that? What were you gonna gain for doing that? That is my question. What were you gonna gain? This is still one of my favorite BioWare games that that I have played, and because I can play this game over and over and over again, and I know the outcome. Like I know what's gonna happen and everything, but it's still fun to argue. It's still fun to argue with the characters, especially when they tell you something to do, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I heard you the first time, so shush. All right, time to get out of here. Alright, what do we got left? Yeah, oh, okay. So we got to go to the Armstrong Nebula cluster, and it just says to kind of look around because there's no real way to find where they are. Oh.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
Alright.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
I'm on it, Admiral.
Finding Saren is still your top priority. But you've got to... We're transmitting all the locations of known...
Alright, so there's 4 places that we gotta go. So we're gonna go here. We'll go to the first planet. Is it there? Yep, it's there. Okay, so now we're gonna go find this place. And then I think when we go to the when we go to the next planet, I think I'll just skip ahead so that we can just jump from planet to planet to planet to planet. So you guys are not having to just sit there and watch me flip in and flip out. So, where is it? Anomaly. There we go. Geth outpost. Onward. Facing against turrets while we're going up here, right? Random rocket turrets. Freaking Geth turret.
One down, 3 to go.
Alright, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. We're gonna head to the next planet, so I'll see you guys in a little bit, alright? So don't stray too far. Alright guys, back once again. Now we're at Caspin, so we're gonna head here and find the Geth outpost here and take them on as well. Climbing freaking mountains. Like, it reminds me of like having to Skyrim my way up mountains. And being able to find a way up the side of mountains with your horse and whatnot. Or like trying to jump up and try to find a sweet spot in like the mountain, the mountainside where you keep going up further. Exactly attack them since there we go.
We're halfway to driving these synthetic bastards out of the system.
Alright. Well, that was fun. Alright. On to the next spot. So, on to the next set. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, guys. Next spot. Now we're on spot number 3. Let's see where this one takes us. Looks like we're in the cold. That would be the other thing too, is like having to get used to like different atmospheres and climates. And that's just because I know the especially like with how our bodies are. Our bodies could not withstand a lot of the sudden changes in weather. Like for instance, if anybody watching this from Arizona or from the West Coast, you guys we don't quite do well with sudden weather change. So like if one day or like a couple days goes by and it's like, you know, like nice 70, 80, you know, like nice like 70 degrees. And then all of a sudden that very next day, all of a sudden it drops down to like 60, like low 60s.
Left. The sooner we get rid of it, the sooner this cluster's secure.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, on to the last one. I'll see you guys there in a little bit, okay? Alright guys, back to the 4th planet. Hopefully this is the last, at least the last spot of finding the Geth outposts. If I remember correctly, there's one more spot after this that'll magically pop up. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Alright, where is that? Yeah. Overrun research base. So, just how overrun are we talking about? You know what's funny is that I remember seeing this video on social media where it showed the different planets and how they would look if they were orbiting around Earth and how big they would be. And I remember seeing like Mercury and Venus, they were normal size, bigger than the Moon, of course. But then like Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. I'm just like, oh, like, can you imagine? Can you, like, really imagine if there were nights where, or there were just times throughout the day, not even just at night, but if there were just moments throughout the day when all of a sudden a planet just comes rising up like a sunrise. I think if humans saw that, they would flip their shit. I think they would lose their freaking minds. Not me though. Not me. I would know to expect it. I'd have been like, huh. That's exactly what I would have been. I'd have been like, that ain't nothing new. I just wonder how it would fuck with our gravitational pull and everything. Like, what would it do to the planet if, you know, any of those planets were a lot closer? And that's just because, again, you know, we're trying to make sure that we understand what it is what's actually happening. am trying to take out the hostiles. Bro was just trying to play peekaboo. Got that sniper. Alright. Straight legit. Oh no, is that it? There's not more in there. Okay, I guess not.
I gotta be more careful.
Now, is any of that really necessary? Oop. What was the point in all that?
I'm surprised. I figured one of these outposts would be the main base of operations for this incursion.
Nope.
Hold on. This receiver's picking up some kind of transmission. Based on the signal strength, I'd say it's coming from inside this star cluster.
It's gotta be the main base. We can use the signal to lock onto its location and go take it out.
Yeah, why not? Whoa. Who threw the make away over here? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead to the actual main base. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, guys. Found the last place. And now we're gonna go head there. Find where this last outpost is, their main base of operations. Alright. Oh, that has to be it. They didn't even give us a name, they just said open journal, which means we open up the missions. Yeah, so that has to be it. Oh, yeah, it is. Ooh. Wee. Lion attacks. Did I not? Did you have like a really... Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted. calls. You hear music from across the room. And on the monitor, Corian stands before a hushed crowd, warbling a mournful a cappella of words and innocence lost. The recorded song is dispatched to the Geth worlds behind the Perseus Veil. The transmitter shuts down. Okay, well that's good. Don't know why that was happening. You discover a number of encrypted Geth data files in the proper hands. It could reveal much about the evolution of the Geth since the banishment of the Quarians. Wouldn't you rather give it to the Quarians so that they can figure it out? Because, like, they're the ones that did this in the first place. I'm just saying. Nothing? Okay. Alright. Time to head on out. Oops. For some reason I thought that was closed. Alright. Let's get out of here. I think that was it. Oh yeah, we gotta go talk to Tali now. Yeah, see, these are just extra things. Alright, let's go talk to Tali real quick. Tali. There she is.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tali?
I'll tell her to leave you.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do.
Yep.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her.
I figured she'd be a real
You got
asset.
an eye for Tali, Commander. But I'm guessing that's... Aye, Commander.
Shepard, I need to talk to you.
Is something wrong?
You know the data you took from those Geth control nodes? The information you uploaded to Alliance Control? I want a copy of it.
You want to bring this data back?
Those files have information that could be vital to our efforts to understand the Geth. It could be the key to helping us reclaim our homeworld.
You think you can use this information?
Not right away. We will need to study it. It could take years. But it will give us new insight into how the Geth have changed and evolved over the past centuries.
Go ahead. Make a copy.
The only thing I can offer in return is what you already have.
Never wanted anything.
Thank you, Shepard.
If only you were romanceable. She's not romanceable until 2 and 3. In this one, you can only romance, as a male, you can either romance Liara or Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be...
Yeah. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve?
Yeah. Took any crap posting he could get that offered space time.
Yeah.
You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother?
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
You have more than one sister?
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Right? I mean, I would've.
I was an only child, but I get the idea.
Yeah, military families, eh? With schedules like that, it's a wonder we ever have kids anymore. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story.
Sarah got herself a boyfriend. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Right.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
You traveled all the way home to walk your sister to school.
It was only a dozen light years, like a day's cruise. It's not like I was going to Earth or something. My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friend I wanted to snap him in half.
Yeah.
But Sarah gave me this look, this...
She's,
let me handle it.
don't worry
She
about
kept
this.
her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her... I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down.
That's unbelievable.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told them, before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on... But he hung his head, whispered, and she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't.
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen.
I never thought I'd hear you
Just
say.
because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters, just don't spread it around.
Right.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
I would assume.
So behave.
I ain't doing nothing.
Wherever we go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
No.
You know that old saw, there's never an
Yeah.
atheist?
I've met a few people who were really weirded out by my faith. Hello, have you people looked out the window? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on
Gotta
the
admire
Okay, that's it.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
See, the more you talk to her, the more you get to find out things about her, and then, like, eventually you get to the point of being able to start to romance her a little bit more. Of course, if you try to romance both of them at the same time, there eventually a decision has to be made, and it's not fairly
Message
easy
from Admiral.
to.
We just
make
received
that.
your report. Looks like this Geth incursion was. We're increasing patrols in the Armstrong. Nice job, Shep.
Yep, that was the whole point. But yeah, like you can try to romance both of them at the same time, but eventually there will come a point when they make you have to choose a decision between Liara or Ashley. If you're gonna so it's fairly interesting. But our plan is to now go to Noveria.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Right? That's always fun. But that is also, we are currently run out of time for this episode. So, we made quite a bit of progress in this one, even if we were just doing simple, simple side missions, which is fine. But we got a lot done. We still knocked out those side missions, found a lot of extra things, so which is always good. So next week we will be tackling Noveria, and we'll be able to continue on with the storyline of what's happening. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, so that you know when the next video is coming to you live. Thank you guys for all the love and support that you guys have shown the channel. I hope you guys will still be here by next week, so that you guys can see episode 6. I hope you guys are enjoying the weekday uploads. I am trying to do them as much as I can. So, but of course, and like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching the channel. I will see you guys next week in episode 6. But of course, until then, guys, I am the Great Sage saying good night and game on.